A guy who'd drink a beer on a toilet. Griffin?
No.
From winning a piano competition to becoming the local beer mascot, Peter's shown that when he gets wasted, anything goes. And today we've got the top 10 funniest things he did while drunk. Number 10, taking his license photo.
Check it out, guys. New driver's license.
Now before we jump into this, let's be crystal clear. Alcohol's awesome, but abuse is bad news and seriously detrimental to your health. Now Peter's living proof that going overboard with booze always ends in disaster. Maybe for the one and only time in his life, Peter's drinking problem led to something strangely smart.
What's wrong with your picture?
Well, see, I got drunk and then got my picture taken, so that way when I get pulled over for drunk driving, I look the same as on my license.
Okay, you're right. Peter was totally wrong, but at the same time, we can't help but acknowledge that he wasn't just clever. His little stunt, not to mention the photo, is way too hilarious not to include in this video. What a way to kick off the list, right?
You know, and then the copper will say, oh, you're fine. You're not drunk. This is you normal. I can tell by the picture.
Number 9, Thanksgiving.
I'm drunk, and I'm gonna throw the football too hard at my kids.
Oh, Dad, do we have to...
Don't cry! Don't cry! Game's over if you cry!
Peter isn't just a family guy. He's a man of traditions. And we all know that one of America's greatest traditions is celebrating Thanksgiving and getting a bit tipsy in that process. And of course, Peter wasn't about to disrespect his country.
I want you to learn about life, Chris, because in life, it's like this.
Maybe we can chalk up his eagerness to celebrate to the surprising return of Joe's son, who was presumed dead during the Iraq War. Or perhaps he was simply being a true patriot and a great father. After all, few things are as American as celebrating Thanksgiving and playing a friendly game of football after that turkey, right?
I think you may have had one too many. Maybe it's time to ease off, huh?
What are you talking about, Lois? Dad's getting drunk on Thanksgiving is a holiday tradition.
Number 8, using the transgender bathroom.
Else, fellas?
Yeah, I'll have a beer.
Anyone else want another?
Yeah, why not?
Quagmire?
I'm good.
Peter's one heck of a funny guy, and we all know this as Family Guy fans. But what we also know is that when you mix in some alcohol, his antics reach that whole new level. A level that only he can achieve.
To have the only exciting thing in the game happen as soon as I turn my back.
And no, we're not talking about missing out on the best part of the game by taking a bathroom break. That can happen to anyone. We're talking about everything that unfolds from the decisions he makes while intoxicated, and in this particular case, under quite urgent circumstances.
Really gotta go? You can use that one.
A bathroom for Prince? I can't use that. I'm not Prince.
The transgender bathroom mishap is just the starting point of a fantastic episode that naturally kicks off with a thoroughly plastered Peter. Keep that beer flowing, Pete, and we'll keep enjoying Family Guy forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big Boston welcome to Peter Griffin, the first transgender Red Sox fan.
Number 7, the AA meetings.
Hey, Brian, you want a drink?
You snuck in liquor?
Yeah, loosens me up so I can talk to the people around me.
All right, I'll get in on that.
Peter's relationship with alcohol is so tumultuous that it only took a casual trip to the movies with his trusty sidekick Brian to make it glaringly obvious that he had a teensy-weensy addiction problem.
Let's talk about other movies we've seen.
Hey, shut up!
Hey, I'm not the only one talking. That big guy up there on the screen's been talking through the whole movie.
This tiny cinema incident landed the Griffin boys at AA meetings. But if you think Peter's ready to confront his inner demons, well, clearly, you don't know what show you're watching.
Hey, anyone in the house addicted to alcohol?
Hi.
Hello, Peter.
I enjoy alcohol.
Peter just needed a couple of meetings to utterly corrupt and dismantle the entire recovery group, staying true to that classic Family Guy humor. But what's even truer to the show's style is the jaw-dropping musical number the group spontaneously pulled off when the police showed up, just to remind us why we adore this series. Number 6, bonding with Meg.
All right, ladies, time to mingle.
Right from the start of the series, poor Meg has been the family's black sheep. Mistreated, overlooked by her own kin. But luckily for her, everything changed when Peter decided to step up as a father figure.
Already drinking tonight, weren't you?
A little.
Well, I can't talk to a drunk person if I'm sober. Hey, Jerome, can I get a beer, please?
Jerome, make it 2.
Well, maybe it wasn't all that fortunate for Meg, given that we know Peter's methods can be a bit toxic and highly inappropriate for kids. But hey, family's something you're born into, right? And witnessing their bond was truly worth it. The laughs were just a bonus.
Do you feel like lying on the couch rubbing your eyes while listening to Lou Reed's Perfect Day?
Yes!
Then I'll tell you what's wrong with you. You got a hangover.
As expected, the new father-daughter dynamic had that tumultuous, almost tragic ending, staying true to the show's style and leaving us yearning for Peter to keep trying to connect with his family.
Don't worry, Dad. I'll never be anything like you.
That's my girl.
Number 5. Drunk driving math.
Nothing better than a 7 a.m. beer and an unbrushed mouth.
Peter's an impulsive and thoughtless character, and you can always expect the unexpected, no matter how irrational it may be. But his most controversial moments often occur when his actions take a slightly less insane turn.
Peter, I don't want you drinking too much. You're driving us all home.
Lois, I know how many beers I can drink and still be able to drive. I figured it out.
Oh, that theory of drunk math behind the wheel brought us to one of the darkest and most unsettling moments of the show. Watching our beloved Peter tear through the streets while completely wasted was more jarring than humorous. Plus, let's be real, his method of DUI isn't exactly something you'd bet the farm on. Although, to give our main man Pete some credit, we probably wouldn't trust him anymore if he were sober either.
7.
Number 4. Working at the brewery.
Mr. Griffin, jobs you think you would be suited for. Let's see what you wrote. Cowboy, astronaut, warlock, more powerful astronaut, beer expert.
Let's put on our thinking caps for a moment. What do you reckon would be the absolute worst job for someone with alcohol issues to land? Exactly, working at a brewery, which is precisely what happened to Peter. Although naturally, his perspective is a tad different.
Employees are welcome to free Tucket ale. We just ask that you don't drink during your shift.
That won't be a problem, sir.
Great.
A few moments later.
Mr. Griffin, what happened to your pants?
Peter's new gig wasn't just at one of his all-time favorite places, but it also came with some perks for employees. And as you'd expect, our beloved protagonist wasted no time in milking perks for all they're worth.
Dad? What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, hey, buddy. I'll have a triple cheeseburger and a large fries. You sell pants?
Watching Peter relish in the rewards of his hard work is just too darn cool to not include in this video. And while his newfound benefit didn't stick around for long, we've got to hand it to him. He sure made the most of it.
Hey, Meg, you see my pants? Oh, Lois, by the way, we're out of toilet paper.
Number 3. Tucket Pete.
You know, a guy who'd drink a beer on a toilet. Griffin?
No.
Peter's a seasoned booze enthusiast. There's no denying it. His deep affection for beer is common knowledge. And what would be the ultimate dream for this beer-loving Tucket fan? You got it. Becoming the beloved mascot for his all-time favorite brew. And guess what? Peter actually lived that dream.
Tucket Pat.
Please kill me!
Watching Peter mascotting the local brewery is undeniably one of the show's standout moments. A dream fulfilled for the Griffin family patriarch. However, things take that wild turn when the brewery honchos decide to make Brian the mascot and relegate Peter to sidekick status.
From now on, I need to stand this up in the middle of your table. Oh, yeah, 'cause he's a dog.
While the episode's plot twist delivers heaps of laughs, it leaves us yearning for more Tucket Pete. All we can do now is relish in the good times, like that unforgettable rendezvous with other famous mascots.
You know what? Let's just forget the conversation and just pose for the picture. By the way, Tony, I'm sorry your wife was shot by Donald Trump's children.
Number 2. Meeting his real dad.
You know what the worst part is? All I wanted was for my dad to tell me he loved me, but instead he called me a fat, stinking drunk.
Peter has shown us time and time again that he's not your average occasional social drinker. We know the craziest things happen when he gets a bit too friendly with that bottle. But after his dad's death, he felt like he'd crossed the line and decided it was time for a change.
Booze made me fall down all those stairs. Booze killed my father. Well, from this day forward, I, Peter Griffin, will never drink again.
A few moments later.
Peter, what are you doing? Crack?
As he set out to turn over a new leaf, he discovered that his biological father was living in Ireland, so he embarked on a quest to find him. Our good old Peter eventually tracked his long-lost dad, who turned out to be nothing more than an Irish version of himself.
Top of the morning, laddies. Let me cut you an Irish rose.
Of course, now his plans to kick that drinking habit would take a backseat as they bond over this good old-fashioned drinking contest. So maybe we didn't witness Peter triumph over his alcoholism, but the reunion with his real father was nothing short of a sensational adventure.
There is one thing, Mickey. You knocked up my mom and never called her again. Yeah, so what? So what? So let's dance!
And number 1, the Piano Talent Show.
Jeez, Lois, still with the piano? What's a guy gotta do to get a little attention around here?
Now, you might have this idea that Peter is just a bit of a goofball with no real talent to speak of, and usually you'd be absolutely right. But our dear Peter has a secret weapon that works only for him, like spinach did for Popeye. Alcohol. To each their own.
Peter, that's incredible. I don't understand from Shine.
When he's sober, he can't even play Happy Birthday without a hiccup. But when he's a bit tipsy, he turns into this piano virtuoso. And Lois was so determined to win a trophy that she was ready to put her husband's well-being on the line and entered him into a piano competition.
Here's a little something for good luck. Make sure your trills are clean and watch the legato in the 4th measure.
Our cherished booze-loving Peter not only conquered the competition, but also took home the trophy, proving that he ain't no ordinary drinker, and with great alcoholism comes great talent. But hey, don't try this at home.
We did it, Brian.
You guys are awesome and you know it. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like that video for more Family Guy content. If you're feeling it, why don't you check out Family Guy 10 Most Hilarious Peter Griffin Moments shown on your screen right now.
Because you already know it's gonna be awesome.